Phoenix at the team.
All right, so I mean, we're in this, kind of broadening pattern within this macro downtrend. And the thing about broadening patterns, it's like designed to push traders one way, so that, for example, if this is like, if we thought this was a downtrend channel, we'd be trying to buy these areas like this. It just sucks some more buyers in, so the move become more powerful in the other direction. So, and this is kind of what we should be expecting going forward. Just fast moves in both directions. 1, 2, 3, 4 powerful days up in the SPY, boom, all erased in one session. It's very tough to swing trade in these environments, but there's a ton of opportunity taking 2 and 3 day trades. Looking at short at the close yesterday, it was obviously the play. Now seeing it's definitely a tougher trade, but you can see how profitable something like that is. And they're going to make you really work for it. Meaning, like, look at that strong close we had yesterday. Like, that's not where I want to get short. I know Higgins loves that short. That's something I have a lot of trouble putting on. But I mean, let's we're 10-year close today. So we have the 10-year right around this retest. Is that going to lead to a bottom in the SPY? We'll see. This becomes a huge support area right here, this 390 area. And then the chart that we're probably not talking about enough in alpha is the dollar. And the dollar, every time the dollar rips, the market's been selling off. And, we've been in this uptrend in the dollar since January, which perfectly coincides with the downtrend in the SPY. So we need to see that thing cool off before we can get, some more gains in the S&P and things like that. But, we're going into that risk-off market. It's much more profitable to take short-term trades. For me personally, I get chopped up in this if I try to do things too long-term. Benny, can we see your screen? You want to take over?
Yeah. So Shay kind of talked about what I was going to talk about was, again, last week or two, we've been talking about the 10-year running into this retest, and we would expect to see some kind of break through this, as we often see at retests, but eventually kind of the move fades. And as the markets begin to slow as a result of this echo is killing me. We should expect to see a short-term bottom in the market. So again, everything got really smoked today. I think it's pretty obvious. We saw, energy still in this little trend. We've seen utilities retest that prior high to the penny, and it's still trading this range. So very textbook stuff that we're seeing, in a lot of these major sectors. That again, 5% down day, obviously doing less is more right now. Definitely seems to be the move.
Yeah.
So
there's a stat for sorry to cut you off. I have a great stat, 5% down days. Over the course of history, 1 year after a 5% down day has been higher every single time. How's that for a stat? Every single 5% down day in history, if you look 1 year later, the market's been higher. So if you buy a 5% down day, theoretically, it's guaranteed to be profitable in 1 year. Oh, so 1 year. Take a year off, guys. I just bought 10 shares of the SPY. I'll see you guys in 2023.
All right, Chase, you want to go over any top ideas or good and bad trade?
So the best thing I did, I had all these ideas like this URNM, the uranium the miners and things. So the best thing I did in these trades, listen on, whereas like I do like these things for the longer term. But what I was doing is understanding the volatility that we're facing, and I got rid of almost all of my size into this. Where it's like normally if I'm trading for the long term, I'll hold this position, but I know that with the volatility we're expecting, it's just not likely that these things are going to continue higher and not see my price point again. We're not in that feisty breakout market of 2020 and most of 2021. So I've got this uranium 200 days sitting right here. I bought this pivot once it made this really closed green. I bought this towards the end of the day. What's more when it confirmed to the prior day's high. Then it took some up to 24. The 24, this 24 is the macro level. And so you can see by taking a much more conservative approach, my P&L is doing a lot better, because had I been much more aggressive and saying, no, I'm going to hold all this size, I'd be looking at a massive down day today. So I did that in URA, did that URNM, And I tried to buy these things today again, when I came back to my price, that didn't work, that's fine. I didn't lose anything significant. This LEU, I bought for the breakout here, got rid of 90% into this strength, because I'm thinking it's extended, when I gotta buy this, I gotta buy this on this trend line. And that's why I looked at it today, well, that's why I was thinking of rebuying today, because it came back to that trend line. But you can see it's like, we get these 1-2 day moves, you gotta take that P&L right now. And CCJ, I don't think I did anything with this one, I just kind of sold this today, still in on the CCJ. This GLNG, the best thing I did was this is Friday, right? Friday, I just kind of got out of most of my winners when normally I was just holding for next week, but this year I feel like I've been getting so chopped up by holding stock over the weekend and not just taking that P&L off the board. I've been really regretting holding size over the weekend. So GLNG, STNG, when these things are looking good, like this is breaking out to a new high. I should be holding all my stock, right? I'm just not doing that right now. It's just not working for me right now. So what I gotta do, I gotta make adjustments. I gotta take these little singles and doubles, base hits. I'm holding about 5% of my position as STNG, as it flags at highs, looks amazing, if it gives me the opportunity to re-add on a breakout, that's something I would consider. And right now, I just don't really want to hold the size overnight and things I have no conviction in. Anything else? This Oxy, nothing really happening on this Oxy. A bunch of nothing, you see. I think the bunch yesterday, which another thing, just getting a little worried about this, the possibility of a gap down today. Bought some on the retest yesterday, and everyone wasn't just breaking out. I'm like, we have this CPI number today, so I just don't want to put myself in harm's way. And I still held a little bit more than I'd like to, getting even though I got out of so much stock. So that's really what I've been up to. I'm gonna just keep saying singles and doubles, doubles. It's really helped my P&L a lot lately. So that's what I've been up to. Trying to keep it simple, not trying to do too much, and just not trying to get back any P&L when I do have it. Ben, what do you think over there?
So I will go over a couple top ideas. A second. Let's see. I'm muted. Yep. 1 second. Hold on. I'm just trying to.
I'm Mr. Prepared.
I'm
1 second, huh? Just find that funny.
Yeah.
Let's be ready for 355. So we got at 4. We'll do the same layout and then whatever the rest says. But
and Shake is stand up comic now. Where is this share screen on this thing? Okay, here we go.
That's a dead air you feel coming.
All right, Jake, can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go over a couple top ideas. So again, pre-market call Monday, we talked about how we didn't want to chase a lot of these names going into this resistance area. With all of these names, we wanted to wait for them to set up, and all 4 of these kind of the same stories. We have this Cisco into this base break in time, but this is exactly why we didn't want to chase again. Obviously, this big down day, we're aware of the CPI numbers, the market smoke, but we didn't want to chase that 3 or 4 day run up. So now the next time Cisco is running back up to 46, again, it's definitely going to smoke this 44. We'll find out where that new pivot's going to be next time, but still keeping an eye on the Cisco up through 46. Netflix, again, big base that's been forming to these 2 kind of down earnings. And we're seeing these higher pivot lows forming. So eventually this Netflix, in my opinion, will fill this gap at some point. And for now, it's probably going to push through these lows, but keeping an eye on this 240, 250 area in this Netflix for if and when it wants to fill this gap down the road. And 2 other ones, we have T-Mobile looking chart-wise probably the best among them all, closer to the 2-week high, but again, just breaking major support. So it's going to have to reset and set back up, but eventually through this 150 will be a nice kind of blue sky breakout when that time comes. And lastly, this UPS, we started a recent swing in this one, kind of beginning of August. More likely is going to kind of shake out that area next day or 2, but keeping an eye on this $200 add in time when everything kind of sets back up. So those are a couple top ideas. Again, market's getting pretty smoked, so these wouldn't expect these to go anytime soon, but just something to keep on the radar. And Shake, if there's any topics you want to go over, if not, I think we can jump into any member questions now. Kevin's collected it.
This ASC is looking really good still. I bought it earlier today. I got out of like 90% dollars. don't really want overnight risk after 5% down day. I have no idea what we'll get tomorrow, so that looks good. And this STMG is staying strong, so we're gonna keep an eye on it. And this HP, top end of its range, you know, it's still holding strong. Nice little base here. So let's see if this one can you know, tighten up for a little base break entry soon. But that's it. Really, I mean, I still have my research to do, but you know, nothing jumping out at me right now. I know that any questions. Anything I would do now, so I think I gave you some really good advice Sunday night when we talked about it. Yeah, but right at the point now, I like the way this is actually like the emergency play that everyone was through. So I wanted to see a shake out of that level and then finally back up. Yeah, and this is definitely the toughest buy, right? We talk about buy the ugly. This shit looks disgusting. So very good. And you know, you see that, you know, you see some capitulation in the market. It could definitely come soon. It could definitely be this. It's a high volume day today. You know, we gotta watch the 390 in the SPY for clues on everything. I think, you know, SPY dusts at 390. I think it just takes Google down with it. And a lot of these things are going to be, you know, factors of the market. So, you know, that's just kind of, you know, does this market pivot at 390? If it does, Google probably bounces. If not, you know, probably goes lower. So, thank you.
All right, have any other?
Talk about if you stop at was yesterday's low. In ASC? You say ASC? Yep. Yeah, I had a 962 stop and it had some funky tail. I wasn't at the computer when it had this tail, but it didn't stop me out. I don't know what the hell that tail was. Down to 950 if you look intraday. But I had a 962 stop. It closed my fence was like 1010 and closed at like 1005. I just got out of most still looks good, but I just, you know, don't want that overnight risk right now. Anything else you guys think? Yeah, if you have any questions with that, put them in the chat, unmute yourself and speak up. Speak it up, baby.
All right, guys, I think there's no questions. I'm gonna sit here and not talk. So I think this is a somewhat successful minus my camera not working for a chart talk that we did live. Shake, you can keep making fun of me.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Zach is asking, you like the NGX chart? That's only flying from the other strength. Yeah. Nelson Violet Xavier. Yes, that one. All right, so I kind of like it. I kind of, you know, I see it was there at 21 versus 18. That was a lot of risk. Let me share my screen.
You can do it, yeah.
My shares the whole thing. That's annoying. Yeah, so I like this, you know, obviously I love the gap up and I love it, but it's just trading in such a wide range. You know, the range is 18 to 26. It's like a 50% range or something like that. And I don't know, I wouldn't want to buy this 22 area. So I think it looks okay, but like look how wide this stop is. Too wide of a stop for me right now. You gotta look to buy this one bottom end of the range. Or see if it tightens up for here for a tighter stop. I mean, I guess you could do 22 versus 20, but you know, these low probability trades, we don't like those right now. But I mean, keep it on a watch list for sure. I think some time that's pretty solid. If you zoom out, you can kind of see that was a prior high as well. 25, 26 area. No, definitely. I think it should be on a watch list. Just not something we should buy today, is what I'm saying, because it's so wide on the daily and shit. But definitely. Weekly is really nice. Mm-hmm. We've been really nice about that, you know, 18 retest, bam. Anything else? Anything else to guide there? Okay, everything on the screen and typing. Oh, I'm getting that out of here.
All right, guys, I think that wraps it up for the first live chart talk on Discord. Never thought I'd be saying that out loud.
All right. Yeah.
All right,
I
guys.
just want to take a second to apologize for my partner Bennett guy. He was late, unprepared. You know, all these things he usually never is. So I just want to apologize on behalf of Trading Experts team that, you know, we're giving such a low value product to my partner.
All right, let's wrap.
No camera.
I'm
Shitty mic. I'm out of here. All right, guys, we wrap this up. Good stuff today. This is fun. You know, I like the Sunday night one too. That works a lot better for me. I can't make those Monday mornings. I'm a mess. So I'll keep at those. And we want to do like, you know, random ones midday when a bunch of people are around. You know, that's cool with me too. But if anyone's got some last minute questions, otherwise, let's wrap this thing up. Good to go. Good to go. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys in the chat. All right.